Hey, folks, are you ready to talk some NFL picks this week? All right, this is week 16. One more week after this, and then we hit the playoffs. So, all right, so last week was week 15. Uh, my record for the week wasn't too bad, 10-6. I always like it to be double digits. I'd kind of like to hit the 11-12 win mark, but as this season has shown, um, there are some weeks that's not going to happen. But all right, so 10-6 last week, bring my total record up to 132, 92, and 1. Not really where I want that either. So hopefully I'll have another good week. I'd like to see if I can't not hit the 100 loss. I don't think I can get through this week and next week, but I'd like to at least try to get through this week. We'll see what happens. So let's talk about yesterday. I really wanted to get this video up early yesterday, but then then life happens. And then I found out none of the games I guess they were all on the NFL Network, so I wasn't going to get to see any of them. So about noon yesterday, I made a Facebook post, and so that way there would be a record of the picks that I made because I knew the video wasn't going to go up in time. So I said I'm not going to bother watching the first game. The Texans should take care of the Buccaneers easily. I was wrong. Buccaneers gave the Texans fits, but the Texans did pull it out. That made me 1-0. The second game could be a slobber knocker, though. Well, boy, I messed up that sentence. The second game could be a slobber knocker, though. I calling it typo. Bills shocked the Patriots. And every casual football fan in America, when they shut down Shady Brady and the Patriots running backs, can't get the job done. So basically what I was saying was that I thought the Bills defense would rise up. I didn't feel like the Patriots had enough running power to overcome the fact that the Bills would really shut down the passing game. But obviously, that did not happen either. Bills lost that game, so that left me 1-1. Then for the night game, I said tonight should be another dandy, though I think the hometown 49ers hold off the Rams. And that did happen. So I was 2-1 for ball games yesterday. Okay, so let's get into today's ball games. It's about time for them to kick off now anyway, and I want to hurry up and get this up at least during the first game. First game up, Steelers at Jets. Pittsburgh Steelers at the Jets. Vinyl Richie's New York Jets. Vinyl Richie, another great channel here in the music community, vinyl community. He's a Jets fan. I need to ask him about that because I think he's a West Coast guy. How did he become such a Jets fan? But I see him wearing Jets jerseys. I give him a hard time because Jets are a division rival. Anyway, I'm picking an upset here. I'm picking the Jets over the Steelers. And for one, it's in New York. Jets have home field advantage. The Jets, for all their problems, are stout against the run. And I think that's going to, I think that's going to pose a huge problem for the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers, about the biggest thing they have going for them is their running attack, but I don't think Connor is going to be able to. I would stack the line and make whoever starts for the Steelers, and I haven't heard whether it's going to be, all of a sudden I can't remember either of the backup quarterbacks' names. But the fact is that both of them have played terrible. And I don't see them really being able to get it going against a good Jets defense. And when you look at it on the flip side, the Jets have had a hard time putting it all together, but I like Darnold and Bell better than I do anything on the Steelers side of the field. So I'm going with the Jets over the Steelers today. Saints at Titans. This is not going to be an easy game for the Saints, I don't feel, because Tannehill has really been playing well for them. He just was named alternate to the Pro Bowl. He's going to the Pro Bowl as an alternate, and he deserves it. He has really played well. But man, Drew Brees is on fire right now. And the Saints, I just think, are one of the best teams in football. I'm picking the Saints to beat the Titans. The Panthers at Colts. Both of these teams look like they're falling apart to me. They've had some success here and there, but then they have these moments where they just. I mean, the Colts got beat by my Dolphins. Panthers, they've been, well, their quarterback situation's terrible. So Newton's been out, so they had the Allen kid at quarterback. Well, I'm finding out today that Will Grier is making his first start as Panther quarterback. They're going up to Indianapolis. I just think with Jacoby Brissett, and especially with is it Marlon Mack? That running back they've got is a good one, and I think that the Colts play a simplified. They should play a simplified game and just take it to them. Watch the football. Don't do anything crazy that's going to result in a bunch of turnovers. Just it's going to be game management, but I think you can take care of the Panthers that way. So I'm picking the Colts over the Panthers. Bengals at Dolphins. Bengals at my Dolphins. So I'm picking my Fins. This is the last game I think that we could potentially win. I don't think it's a slam dunk by any measure. I think part of the problem is I think the Dolphins just set the record for most players to take the field for one team over the course of a year with 80. And some of that has been injury, some of that's been trades. Because we have traded guys like Minkah Fitzpatrick, played for us early, but then was traded, and then also Kenyon Drake, our running back, got traded to the Cardinals. So, and then other people have stepped up. Some have gotten injured. Some have gotten in trouble. We had a running back that had to rightfully get kicked off the team for an embarrassing, disgusting domestic violence. Just pitiful. So our roster is so depleted, but these guys play with such heart. I just can't pick against them. Not at home, not against the one team that I think they've got a really good shot at beating, though you never know. I mean, Bengals looked pretty good last week in a loss, on offense anyway. So, hard to say, but I'm going to take my Dolphins in that game. Ravens at Browns. Yeah, Ravens. They are so hot right now, and the Browns are a disaster, and they really shouldn't be. I mean, you would think with that kind of talent, the only thing I can think of is it's just egos imploding. You know, as much as I love Jarvis Landry, because he played hard when he was with the Dolphins, you can tell he needs to get some maturity. You don't go up. The reports are that these guys, Landry and Beckham and all those guys, are going up to other teams saying, "Hey, get us out of here." That's so immature and so. I mean, it's just childish. You don't do it that way. Okay, find another way to get. If you really want out of Cleveland, find another way. But that's pitiful. Next up is the Jaguars and Falcons. Falcons have been kind of hot. I really want to pick the Jags. But that's my heart wanting to believe in the legend of Gardner Minshew. But the Falcons are hot. They're playing at home. They came out just got off of a big victory. That'll help their confidence. I'm picking the Falcons over the Jaguars. Giants at Redskins. Yeah, the Giants. I feel like they should be a little bit better. I don't understand. Eli's a good quarterback. I don't know why he's struggling so much over the past season, enough to get replaced. But I tell you what, I still take Eli with Saquon Barkley over the Redskins because Hoskins I'm not seeing anything out of that kid. I'm not sure what the big deal about him is. He hadn't shown me anything this year. Hopefully he'll develop some over the summer because he's been terrible. So that's Giants over the Redskins. Lions, Value Vinyl. This is the team of Steves. Steve at Value Vinyl and Steve Carlton. Their Lions are going up against the Broncos in Denver. Yeah, that's not happening. And I hate that because I think the Lions are a better team than what they've shown this year. I just think injuries are just too much right now, especially losing Stafford. Broncos also have their issues, but I think they'll take care of the Lions in Denver. Raiders at Chargers. This one took me a while to get a pick going on because I'm not really a believer in either team. I think they're both just so mediocre. Every time I pick the Chargers, I'm wrong, but then I'll pick against them and they'll play well. But yeah, so I'm picking the Chargers mainly because it's in San Diego. But I wouldn't put any money on that. So Chargers over Raiders. An unenthusiastic Chargers over Raiders. Cardinals at Seahawks. Kyler Murray's been playing pretty good, and hopefully he will continue to develop. But they are playing the Seahawks. I think the Seahawks are a scary team going into the playoffs. So I'm picking the Seahawks. Seahawks over the Cardinals. Cowboys at Eagles. The Cowboys at Black Star Vinyl Rob's Eagles. I think he'll probably. the way I'm picking this, I'm thinking Rob has a good day because I think the Cowboys, while they're talented, they're just something about them. They're just too fragile. I don't think getting them out of the home environment will be helpful against the Eagles team that knows that they got to win. And so I'm picking the Eagles over the Cowboys. Now, Black Star Vinyl Rob's other team, the Chiefs, because he used to live in Philadelphia, and I think he's closer to the Chiefs now. His other team is playing Jeff Kempen's Bears. I was talking, kind of texting or personal messenger with Jeff yesterday, talking about this game, and I think the Bears could win it, but I don't think they're going to. I think for them to win, their best option, or what they need to accomplish, is not to let the Chiefs get ahead of them. You don't want Trubisky having to air it out to catch up. So you want to keep the game at least close, and yeah, because even bad weather, I think Jeff said that the weather is going to be mild. I don't know that bad weather would affect the Chiefs anyway. They whooped the Broncos in the snow last week out there. It didn't look like the snow affected them at all. Yeah, so Chiefs over the Bears. Bears they just need to keep it simple and not let the Chiefs blow up on them. But I mean, they got a good defense. But yeah, they really got they gotta get something to go with it. Packers at Vikings on Monday night. This is Dan Powers, Packers. Dan Powers and Eric Weinbender, both big Packer fans, going up against Darcy Six Strings, Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings are, I looked it up, it looks like the Packers would have to lose out and the Vikings win out for the Vikings to overtake the Packers. They're a good team, though. And I think I'm picking them to nip the Packers. I know that won't be a popular pick, but I think this will be the hiccup for the Packers going into the playoffs. I still think they win the division because I think they're going to win next week. But yeah, and the Vikings, I think, have a tougher game. They may be playing the Bears. I'm not sure. But I think the Packers win the division, but tomorrow night I think the Vikings win the game, and maybe that'll be a good wake up call for the Packers going into the playoffs. But yeah, these two teams are pretty even, and being at home and the Vikings feeling the urgency, I just think they get it. So anyway, those are my picks for this week. I'm going to go ahead and upload this. And I'll try to get the video up for next week up a little earlier. But, with my shoulder and some other health issues going on, I am worn out most of the time. And that's why these things are coming in late. So bear with me, and we will see you soon. Have a great weekend. Have a great football Sunday.